For us, he will have an update for you tonight on Halifax News Final at 11. 3 people die on the job every day in Canada. It is a problem that has plagued us for decades, and despite the best efforts, it does not appear to be going away anytime soon. Today there was a gathering at the site of one of the deadliest mining disasters our country has ever seen, as calls to enforce a decade-old law strengthens. Global's Natasha Pace explains.
A single wreath was laid this afternoon to honor victims of the Westray explosion. This is the first stop on a cross-Canada tour to raise awareness about a national campaign called Stop the Killing, Enforce the Law.
We're starting it here because this is where we think it all started, with the Westray Law.
The Westray coal mine disaster happened on May 9, 1992, killing 26 miners. Fern Ontario was scheduled to work the day the mine exploded. The accident happened before his shift, and instead of working that day, he helped out on the rescue.
I had a phone call that morning from her sister-in-law at 5:30 in the morning. She was hoping to hear my voice on the phone, and it was, but she heard the sirens heading over, so I just told her probably another cave-in. After the mine blew up, I was in rough shape for years later. I ended up post-traumatic out of it.
In 2003, 11 years after the explosion, the Westray Bill was passed by the House of Commons. The Act says managers and CEOs that fail to protect their employees can be held criminally liable. It has only been used 3 times in Canada. With 1,000 workers dying on the job each year, Canada has one of the worst safety records in the developed world. In the decades since the Westray Bill was introduced, there has actually been an increase in workplace fatalities.
Since the Westray Bill has come into play, is that there's been 9,000 people that have lost their lives, and not a single person has gone to jail for those travesties.
Members of the United Steelworkers Union say they will travel to towns and cities across the country to get the message out that something needs to be done now to protect workers.
People don't go to work to die. It's not a good job.
This is why the enforcement today is to try to save the workers. Everybody like to see their family members go home at night time, not get the call or a Mountie come to your door saying something happened.
Natasha Pace, Global News, Plymouth.
Police are investigating a hit and run involving a pedestrian.